Okay, if you watched my maintenance video the other day, this is going to make complete sense. If you didn't, this isn't going to make any sense. So basically what I'm doing is I've achieved most of the skills that I'd like to achieve, but my issue is at the moment is trying to maintain them at a good level. So I've put together a program to help me achieve that. Basically, I've split my days into 5 different sessions, and I've got stool to press, handstand push-ups, planche, muscle up, and one arm handstand. I've also got flexibility things I'm going to work on all of the days. But these are the main calisthenics, hand balancing skills that I want to maintain at a high level. Today I'm at one arm handstand, so I'm going to go through some technique and show you how I'm training the one arm handstand. But just a quick recap of what I've done so far this week is I got my 10 stool to presses that I was aiming for in a session. It took me 11 minutes to get the 10, but I was using the raised up on the little P bars. So my goal is to get that on the floor, but before I drop down to the floor, I want to make sure that I can get that under 10 minutes. So the goal is sub 10 minutes, then I'm going to go to the floor. Handstand push-ups, deficit on the box, because that's where I thought I was at. It took me 6 minutes to get the deficit 10. Again, once I get that under 5 minutes, that I see as too easy, and I'm going to change it to 90-degree handstand push-ups, get to the point where I can do 10 of those comfortably within a session, and then even move that on towards a dead press. So tick on both of those. I've done what I wanted to. With the planche, I actually went bouldering on Wednesday and done some straddle planche at the end. Now my pulling is not too strong. My bouldering conditioning is absolutely garbage. I'm terrible at it, but I do want to try and add that in once or twice a month because I really enjoy that and it's going to help with my pulling. What it did mean though is that I was quite tired when I went into the planche, and my condition in the planche isn't fantastic at the moment. I've done a few sets of straddle, the rest were like a froggy straddle position, but I got 10 sets of around 5 to 10 seconds. The goal with that is to get 10-second holds times 10 sets in straddle. Then I was so sore yesterday, I really couldn't do any muscle up work. I'd done playing around with some transitions, I'd done some false grip chin ups, but I didn't actually do any full muscle ups. I was so sore from the bouldering. Look, I've even got some cuts and grazes and things, but that's my excuse for not hitting the muscle ups yesterday, and today I'm going to go into the one arm handstands. Okay, so the goal with the one arm handstand for me is to get to the point where I can do 10 sets of 10-second full one arm handstand on my right side, which is my good side, and 10 sets of whatever I can do on my bad side, my left side. I haven't consistently tried one arm handstand for a long time, so it's going to be interesting how I go with this, but the goal was to get those 10 sets. So the 10 sets of 10 seconds means I'm going to get 100 seconds time under tension. And that's actually a really good way if you are working towards your one arm handstand and you're up to the point where you're doing fingertips or lifting the fingers up in the air, that you accumulate a certain amount of time per session. So it could be 100 seconds, 200 seconds. Then you just keep that roughly the same, but you slowly increase the progression. So you could go from 2 fingers to 1 finger to lifting the hand up. So as I go through my training today, I'm going to go through a little bit of a tutorial on how to one arm handstand, but I'm going to skip through it quite quickly because I am doing my training as well, and I'm going to go straight to where I'm at. I've done a little warm up in terms of just kicked up a couple of times to handstand. I just sat in pancake in a straddle split position while I've done some critiques for clients. But let's just have a look what we're dealing with today. So I feel comfortable in the handstand, that feels okay. Let's see what the straddle feels like. Yeah, that's okay as well. So if we're working towards a one arm handstand, this needs to be really, really comfortable. You should be able to go around in your straddle and your tuck and show control in a handstand. Once that's nice and comfortable, we then can go into flags. So going across to one side and then the other side. This feels really sore and tight. Haven't done it for a while, plus that bouldering in the week has not helped at all. So let's go over to my good side. Ooh, over to my good side there, elbow and shoulder in towards the midline. And I'm just gonna see if I can go up onto fingertips, see how that feels. Okay, heavy, same on the other side. And back again. So that's a nice warm up. Sort of lets me understand where I'm coming at from a balance point of view and how far I can progress on the next set. So to capture the 10 sets that I'm doing today, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to count what I've done just then as set 1. But if I go beyond 10 sets, which I'm hoping I will, I'll just delete off these first ones. Because remember, for me, the goal is to get a 10-second hold, 10 sets. So ideally, I shouldn't be counting these warm-ups, but we'll see how we go in terms of how tired I get because I'm just not conditioned enough at the moment. So I just put there flag, tuck, straddle, fingertips, so a bit of everything for the warm-up. Okay, now I'm just going to attempt to see if I can get a one-arm handstand on the right-hand side. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but go into my straddle, elbows in towards the midline, look at the hand, flag over, keep looking at the hand, keep the elbow and shoulder in, go to fingers, go to 1 finger, there, 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think. Over to the other side. Just go to fingertips there. Ooh. Okay. So fail on the left-hand side, but I got, I think, roughly 10 seconds right. Now I'm breaking a few rules here for some people. Some people would say I should not count that left side, I should go back and attempt it, and I should really be working my left before my right. I've actually made the choice when it comes to the pointy end of some of these skills is I just do what I want to do and what I enjoy doing. The left I really don't enjoy training, so I keep that to a minimum. I just want to make sure I've got a really good one-arm handstand on my right-hand side. That could change when I get to the point where I can do 10 sets of 10 seconds easily again. But at the moment, I just want to get that back strong. So I'm going to lead with the right on all of these and do whatever I can on the left. Okay, let's just see how the middle splits are. So in between, so all I've done mobility-wise this morning so far is sitting in that pancake position while I've done my video critiques. So I'm just going closed hip. So closed hip means I'm leaning forwards, trying to keep the feet flat on the floor as best I can. Highly recommend whenever you're doing any of your hand balancing or your strength work, just have a little stretch in between. I won't be too aggressive, don't go too crazy. Just think repetition, visiting home positions. There's some really cool techniques and stretching methods, but it all takes so much time and can get really complex. If we just visit the positions daily throughout the day, when you're training, when you're not training, I personally think that makes the biggest impact on your mobility. Then if you have the extra time, if you like to get into it further, then add in all the cool techniques. Okay, set number 2 or 3, whichever way we want to call it. Same thing, elbow and shoulder in towards the midline. Try and stack the sacrum on top of the hand, on top of the shoulder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm only counting, so it could be slightly off. Okay, that was about 6 seconds on the left on a dodgy fingertip. So let's say 5 because it was pants. So right, 10 seconds, left, 5 seconds, and I'll put a sad face because it wasn't great. Okay, this time with the middle splits, I'm going to lift myself up a little bit higher in terms of my hands, which means my hip is going to be a little bit more open. So it won't be fully open. Fully open would be up here in this position, but having the hands here is going to make it a little bit more open. I'm trying to push my hip in that direction. It's not perfect. Ideally the torso would be fully upright, but like I said earlier, I don't want to make it too aggressive because everything's a bit sore at the moment from added volume. Okay, next set. Two, 3. No, that left feels super heavy. Another 10 second there, but I'm going to go sad face. Not going to really count anything on that side. Now if you are accumulating the time like I was talking about, it doesn't have to be 10 sets of 10 seconds to equal the 100 seconds. You could just go max holds. So on a good day I can hold 30 seconds on my right hand in a one-arm handstand, so I could just do sets of 20 to 30 seconds, and then obviously I'm going to hit the 100 seconds really quickly. But by doing 10 seconds times 10 is it's forcing me to have consistency of 10-second holds. So far I haven't missed since I've started, so it'll be interesting to see whether I can get all the way down or close to being all the way down with 10-second holds. I'm not sure my body's going to hold out, but let's try another one. Oh dear, left does not feel nice at all. But this is the priority at the moment, is that right side. So I'll give myself another 10 there. Be actually interesting to measure these. I'll put it up on the screen what the actual time is. I might be slightly off.
Sad faces for the left. So that's 4 in a row. So back onto the hands for the middle, but I'm going to allow myself to really close the hip. So elbows to the floor. Okay, next one. Oh, not sure if that was a whole 10. That one was moving around all over the place. A little bit better on the left. Still ugly. So it was more of a fight, but I'll give myself a 10 again. I'll give myself 8 seconds, 1 finger on the left. I might be being generous on both of those. Okay, let's see if I can clean it back up again. Oh no. Okay, that's a fail. Fell off the back. Okay, that was like 8 seconds, I reckon. Okay, if body's feeling tired, everything's catching up with me. So, right, fail, left. I don't know, did I say 8 seconds? 1 finger. Okay, disappointing. What we got? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I want at least 60, hopefully more. Now obviously I could just cross that out and go, okay, that set doesn't count because I didn't achieve the 10 seconds. But at the moment I just want to see how my body feels with getting back to this sort of volume. So I'm going on the sensible side or the safe side, looking after the older body. Okay, let's see if I can get it back. Nice. Oh, heavy, wasn't in the right place, hence I went for 2 fingers instead of 1, but we got the 10 seconds back on the right, left. I'm going to say 10, I'm not sure if it was 2 fingers. So 3, 6, 7 real working sets, 8 if we count that warm up, 2 left to go, minimum. See if I can get 3. So what I'll do, which you'll be able to see now, which I don't know, is I'm going to measure the correct times and I'll put them on the screen of what I got for each one, and then I'll accumulate how much time I actually stayed in a one-arm handstand for today's session. And then obviously the goal is to try and increase that to at least 100 seconds and then a little bit beyond, but just really get that consistency and clean everything up. Okay, next one. Get up. Big push up. Let's see how lost position, sunk down. Oh, that was heavy. Give us, say, 7 seconds, 2 fingers. So much weight in those 2 fingers though. So there's a big difference between fingertip support and then fingernail, and like you're basically just balancing yourself, which is the ideal. Ideally there'd be no weight in the fingers, even if you have 5 fingers down. No weight. That should just only be helping you balance, ideally. In reality, it's not going to be the case. You can have more weight in there when you're learning, but that's the goal. I actually find on my right side, it's easier to hold a one arm handstand with no fingertip assist than it is with a fingertip assist once you get to that level, because then you can rebalance and move around a little bit. With this fingertip on the floor, that actually restricts you, makes the room for error less once you've got a one arm handstand. So right, 10 second, I have to do that little fight in the last part of that one, but got it. Left, let's say, what did I say? Let's just go 7 seconds, I reckon. 2 fingers. Heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successful so far. Everything's feeling a bit tender at the moment, so I'm not going to push the flexibility too hard at the moment. This is a massive increase this week in the intensity and volume across the board on what I have been doing. I've been a little bit lazy, just doing, like, training every day, but just doing a few repetitions of things. And that's the issue once you get to a point where you can do the skills, is that you don't need to do all the work to get the thing, you can just do it. So you do 1 or 2 repetitions and you sort of think it's there, but it's another thing, like doing what I'm doing now, making sure I can get 10, especially 10 in a short period of time, you know, trying to get under 10 minutes for the stools, under 5 minutes for the deficit handstand push-ups, that type of thing. It's very different than just being able to do 1 or 2 repetitions.
Okay, let's try again. Okay, I think it's roughly 10. Really hanging off on that outside. Just collapsed. Oh, like 8 seconds, I think, on one finger. Same.
Everything feels like out of position, really heavy. With those earlier ones, it's like I'm floating the position. So, right, 10 seconds fighting, 11 seconds. So what I say, I'll go 7. But I did get all back to 1 finger, which is good. So 8, 10-second holds so far. Not sure I'm going to get these last couple, but I'm going to actually attempt them. I wasn't going to, but I want to see if I can get them. Okay, let's see if I can get 2 more sets. This is going to be a push. Same again, that last 2 or 3 seconds, I'm hanging on. Oh, very heavy. Say, I don't know, 7 again. 1 finger, heavy 1 finger. But good that I got another one on that right. So say 7 seconds, 1 finger. Okay, we've only got 1 to go, I think. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the cool thing is there's only 1 fail on that right side. But I really want to get 10. But that correct time is going to be interesting. Am I actually getting 10 seconds, or are these like 8-second holds? Am I counting too quick? A lot of people use metronomes. I'm not a big fan of them. They just annoy me, frustrate me. I don't know whether they just put me off. It's me. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're keeping me real too much, and I should use them. I just don't like the sound of them. So I'd rather just go in my head. Oh, someone asked in the comments where my black rack is. It's behind the camera now. I still have that. And I just have this one out at this part of the garage because I keep this clear because we've got the new car now that I park it in the garage at night. So I've just moved that over there. So yes, I still have that bar and use it quite often. It's obviously way more sturdy than this, but this is really good that I can just carry it outside and do anything above the bar if I want to do it. But I still have that fixed more heavy duty black one. Okay, this is it. Can I get that last one? Ooh, that was borderline. I was going to try and go beyond 10, but I couldn't. I can't get into anything on the left. Okay, I think I'm fatigued, but pleased I've got that. Let's put the total time up now. Did I get that 100 seconds? And I'm really pleased, first session back of any type of intensity, and I was managed to get the 10 sets. It might not be what I was looking for, you guys know I don't. But let's see what happens next week. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm not going to do these long videos all the time, but I really wanted to capture this, but also give you an idea of what my training sessions are actually like. If you have any questions, stick them down below. If you're after learning a one-arm handstand, check out this tutorial. If you want to see that full video where I talk about my maintenance and how I'm doing it, check out it here. If you're after coaching, check out my website, www.paultwyman.com.au. I offer online coaching and have the app. Thumbs up and subscribe would be appreciated, and I'll speak to you in the next one.